In this video, we will solve Mathematics Paper 1, Variant 1 for October-November 2020. So let's start with question number 1. Part A is evaluate 4 over 7 minus 1 over 3. So since 7 and 3 do not have a common factor, their LCM will be simply 7 times 3, which is 21. So this 4 will be multiplied by 3 since this denominator was multiplied by 3 as well to get this 21. So 4 times 3 minus 1, and this 1 will be multiplied by 7 since you multiplied this 3 with 7 as well. So minus 1 times 7. So this will be 12 minus 7 over 21, and 12 minus 7 will be 5 over 21. So this will be your answer. Part B is evaluate 2 minus 1.2 multiplied by 0.3. So since we have this multiplication, we'll have to do this first before doing this subtraction. So this will be 2 minus, I like to convert these into fractions to make the multiplication easier. So this will be 12 by 10 if I remove this decimal, and this will become 3 by 10 if I remove this decimal. I take it to this side, I'll have to divide by 10. So 12 times 3 is 36. So this will be 2 minus 36. 10 times 10 is 100. And if I divide 36 by 100, I get 0.36. So 2 minus 0.36, let's do this. I'll have to take carry, so this will become 1, this will be 10, and then I'll have to take carry 1 further. This will become 9, and this will become 10. So 10 minus 6 would be 4, 9 minus 3 would be 6, 1 minus 0 will be 1, and the decimal here. So your answer will be 1.64. Question number 2 is factorize 4p square minus 1. So I can write this 4p square as 2p whole square, and 1 can be written as 1 square. So we can use the formula a square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. So using this formula, I can write this as 2p plus 1 multiplied by 2p minus 1. So this will be your answer, 2p plus 1 multiplied by 2p minus 1. Part B is factorize 10xy minus 12 plus 15x minus 8y. So I'll bring this 15x here and bring this 12 here since I have this x value common between the 15x and 10xy. So 10xy plus 15x, and then this will become minus 12 minus 8y. Now I can take x as well as 5 common since 10 and 15 both have a factor 5, common factor 5. So this will become 5x common outside, and this will be 2y plus 3. And then I can take 4 as common between 12 and 8. So minus 4. Since I have minus sign outside, the signs will change inside. So this will become plus 3, and this will become plus, and then since I took 4 common, this will be 2y. So this is 2y plus 3. This is also 3 plus 2y, which can also be written as 2y plus 3. So I can take 2y plus 3 common multiplied by 5x minus 4. So your final answer here will be 2y plus 3 multiplied by 5x minus 4. Question number 3 is solve the equation 9 minus 5x equals to 2x minus 12. So I can take this 5x to this side on the right side and bring this 12 on the left side. So this will become 9 plus 12 equals to 2x plus 5x. 9 plus 12 is 21 equals to 7x, and x will be, I'll take this 7 to the other side. So x will be equal to 21 divided by 7, which is 3. So your value of x is 3. Part B is simplify 16 plus 2y minus 3 times 3 minus y. So first I'll open this bracket. So 16 plus 2y minus 9 plus 3y. So this minus and this minus will become positive. So this will be plus 3y. And then 3y plus 2y is 5y. And 16 minus 9 is 7. So 5y plus 7 will be your final answer. Question number 4 is write the number 3456.789 correct to the nearest 100. So this is your 100th value, and if you look at this next value here, which is 5, so that means I will have to round this 4 up to 5 since this value is 5. So this will become 3500, correct to the nearest 100. The next part is evaluate square root of 160,000. So I can write this 160,000 as 16 multiplied by 10,000. And then I can take the square root, since these are being multiplied, I can take the square root of each separately. So this will be square root of 16 multiplied by square root of 10,000. And we know that square root of 16 is 4 multiplied by taking the square root of this number is easy since there are 4 zeros. After the square root there will be 2 zeros left after the with the 1 here, and this will be 4 times 100 is 400. So your answer here will be 400. Part C is evaluate 1 minus 3 to the power minus 1. So 1 minus 3 to the power minus 1 means 1 over 3. Now I can take the LCM, which is 3. This one will be multiplied by 3, so this will become 3 minus 1 over 3, which is 2 over 3. Question number 5 is y is directly proportional to the cube of x. So y is directly proportional to the cube of x, or y equals to this constant k times x cube. You are given when x equals to 2, y equals to 4. So y is 4 when x is 2. So k times 2 to the power 3. So now if I open this, take the cube of 2, this will become 8. 2 power 3 is 8, and then k will be equals to 4 over 8, which is 1 by 2. Now you have to find the value of y when x is 3. So y equals to k into x cube, and then let's substitute the values. K is 1 over 2 and x is given as 3. 3 cube is 3 threes are 9, 9 threes are 27. So this will be 27 over 2, which is 13.5. So your value of y here will be 13.5. Question number 6 is Maria's age is 17 years and 5 months. Her brother is 20 months younger. Find the age of her brother. So her brother is 20 months younger. So 20 months is how much in years and months, since we are dealing in years and months. So 20 months will be 1 year and 8 months. Since 1 year is 12 months, so 20 minus 12 gives you the remaining 8 months here. So we have to find the age of Maria's brother. So let me write down Maria's age. You have years and months. So this is 17 years and 5 months. And then you have to subtract, because her brother is 20 months younger. So you have to subtract 1 year and 8 months to get the brother's age. So you have to subtract these. Since 8 is greater than 5, that means we have to carry 1 from here. So if I carry 1 here to the months section, this will be left with 16, and this will become 12 plus 5, 17. Since you are carrying a year to months, 1 year is how much? 12 months, and you have 5 already here, so 12 plus 5 is 17. This is similar how you to how you do time calculation when you carry hours to minutes. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, so you add 60 when you carry 1 hour. So similarly here, when you carry 1 year to months, you will add 12 months, since 1 year equals to 12 months. So 17 minus 8 would be 7 and 1 9, and then 16 minus 1 will be 15. So brother's age is 15 years and 9 months. Part B is write 48 minutes over 2 hours 18 minutes as a fraction in its simplest form. So let's convert everything to minutes. In the numerator you only have minutes. In denominator you have 2 hour and 18 minutes. So this can be written as 2 hours will be 2 multiplied by 60. This will give you minutes plus this 18 minutes. So this will be 120 plus 18, which is 138. So now we can write this as a fraction, 48 minutes over 138 minutes. Straight away I can see these are both divisible by 2. So to convert it into simplest form, I will divide by 2. So 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 6s are 12, 1 18, 2 9s are 18. 4 plus 2 is 6, so this is divisible by 3. 9 plus 6 is 15, this is also divisible by 3. So 3 8s are 24, 3 2s are 6, and 3 3s are 9. So now you have 8 over 23, which is the simplest form. So your answer will be 8 over 23. Question number 7 is the number of emails received by 18 students in a class one Monday are given below. So this student received 4 emails, this student received 12 emails, this student received 14 emails, and so on. And you have a total of 18 students for which this data is given. Complete the grouped frequency table for these emails. Number of emails 0 to 5, you have to find the frequency. So 0 to 5, you have this 4, and then you have this 3, and then you have this 5. So the frequency is 3 for number of emails between number of emails 0 to 5. Your frequency here will be 3. So now let's look at the values or frequency, sorry, the number of emails 6 to 10. So 6 to 10 will be this 6, then this 6, 9, 7, this 8, 7, 6, and then this 9. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So your frequency for 6 to 10 emails is 8. And then you have 11 to 15. So it would be this one, 14, 11, 11, 14, and this 13. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this frequency is 6. Part B is a student is chosen at random from a different class. The probability that this student received 5 emails is 9 over 20. Write down the probability that this student did not receive 5 emails. So you're given probability of receiving 5 emails is 9 over 20. So probability of not receiving 5 emails would be 1 minus 9 over 20, since the sum of probabilities is 1. So probability that the student did not receive 5 emails will be equal to 1 minus probability that the student did receive 5 emails. So this will be 1 minus 9 over 20. And if you take the LCM, it will be 20, and this 1 will become 20 as well, minus 9, and this will be 11 over 20. So the probability that the student did not receive 5 emails is 11 over 20. Question number 8 is, by writing each number correct to one significant figure, estimate the value of this. So let's start with the first number. Your first non-zero value is this, which is 6. Then the next number is 0. So all the rest will become 0. 6013 correct to one significant figure will become 6000. Then multiplied by your first non-zero value. If you start to look from left to right in this direction, your first non-zero value is this 4. The next value is 0, so this will be rounded down. So this will become 0.04. And then first non-zero value is 8. Next value is 9, so this will be rounded up to 9. So square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3, so this will become 6000 multiplied by 0.04 over 3. And I can cancel this. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, and you have then 3 zeros. So this will become 2000 multiplied by 0.04, and then I'll again convert this into fraction to make the calculation easier. So this will be 2000 multiplied by 4 over 100, since I had to move this decimal two places to the right. And I can cancel these two zeros out with these two. 20 times 4 is 80. So your answer here will be 80. Question number 9 is express 0.043 multiplied by 100 square in standard form. So I can write this as 0.043. 100 square is 100 times 100. Now if I multiply this 100 here, I'll move this decimal two places to the right. So this will become 4.3 and this remaining 100. And this part is already in standard form, and then I can write 100 as 10 square. So this will become 4.3 multiplied by 10 square. So this will be your answer. 10 square. Part B is evaluate 1.2 multiplied by 10 power 7 divided by 2 multiplied by 10 power minus 3, giving your answer in standard form. So again, let's remove this decimal so that I can make the division easier. So if I move this to the right side, I will have to decrease this power of 10 by 1. So this will become 12 multiplied by 10 power 6 divided by 2 multiplied by 10 power minus 3. So 2 ones are 2, 2 6 are 12. So this will become 6 multiplied by, so this is 10 power 6 in the numerator, and then you have power minus 3 in the denominator. So these are being divided, so the powers will be subtracted. So I will have 10 power 6 minus the power in the denominator, which is minus 3. So this minus and minus becomes plus. So your answer will be 6 into 10 power 9. 6 multiplied by 10 power 9. Question number 10, part A. A football team recorded the number of goals scored in each of their 20 games. So the table shows the results. So there were 6 games in which 0 goals were scored. There were 5 games in which 1 goal was scored, and so on. Write down the mod. So the mod is the value with the highest frequency, and the highest frequency value is 6, and the value is 0. So your mod is 0. Part 2 is find the median. So you have 20 games. So since this is an even number, so 20 divided by 2 is 10. So your mod will be 10th value plus 1 greater, which is 11th value, divided by 2. Sorry, your median will be this value. So median will be equals to 10th value plus 11th value divided by 2. So if you look at the values in ascending order, 0 is the smallest value, it has frequency 6. So your first value up till 6 values are all zeros, and then you have 5 ones. That means your 7th value up till your 12th value are all ones, and then you have 4 twos. That means your 13th value up till your 16th value are all twos. I can write it in expanded form as well. So you have 6 zeros. That means, let me write it down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you have 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have 4 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have to write any further because I'm only interested in the 10th and 11th value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th value and this is the 11th value. So both are 1. So this will be 1 plus 1 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2, which is 1. So your median value is 1. Part B is in the football team, the 2 tallest players have a mean mass of 75 kg and the 8 shortest players have a mean mass of 60 kg. Calculate the mean mass of these 10 players. So mean mass of 10 players will be equal to total mass of 10 players, oops, divided by total players, which is total number of players, which is 10 in this case. So what is the total mass of 10 players? So the two tallest players have a mean mass of 75 kg. That means the total mass of these two players will be 2 times 75 plus 8 shortest players have a mean mass of 60. That means the sum of the masses of all of these 8 players will be 8 times 60. So this will be the total mass of 10 players and then divide by total number of players, which is 10. So if you're confused how I got this 75 times 2, I can explain it quickly. So let's take these two tallest players. Let's call them their mass T1 and T2. So two tallest players, one has mass T1, the other one has mass T2. What will be the mean of these two masses? It will be T1 plus T2 divided by 2 equals to the mean. So T1 plus T2 will be 2 times the mean, which is 75. So the sum of their masses is 2 times 75, and you can do a similar calculation for 8 shortest players as well, and the sum of their masses will be 60 times 8. So when you add all of them together, you will get the total mass of 10 players. So 75 times 2 will be 150, and then plus 80, 8 times 60 will be 8 6 are 48. So this will be 480 divided by 10. 480 plus 150, 480, 580, and then 630. So this will be 630 divided by 10, and that is 63 kg. So this will be the mean mass of all these 10 players, which is 63 kg. So question number 11 is, in the diagram A, B, C, and D, E, F are parallel lines. ABE is 123 degrees and CEF is 40 degrees. Part A is calculate angle DEB. So DEB is this angle here. So if you look at angle ABE and angle DEB, they are two interior angles of these two parallel lines ABC and DEF. So we know that sum of interior angles of parallel lines is 180 degrees. So DEB plus ABE angle, they will sum up to 180 degrees. So DEB will be 180 minus ABE, which is 123, and 180 minus 123 will give you 57 degrees. So your angle DEB is 57 degrees. The next part is calculate angle BEC. BEC is this angle here, and since DEF is a straight line, all these angles DEB, then BEC, this one, and this angle, they all three should sum up to 180 degrees since this is a straight line. So BEC, this angle plus DEB, so DEB that we calculated, this one in the previous part was 57, plus this angle which is 40 should equal 180 degrees. So BEC will be equals to 180 minus 57 plus 40 is 97, and then 180 minus 97 will be 83 degrees. So this angle here will be 83 degrees. Question number 12 is, you're given some nets. Write the letter of each drawing that is the net of a cube. So let's first draw what a cube looks like. So this will be my front face of the cube. This is the back, and this will be my cube. So there are 6 faces: front, back, right, left side, top here, and the bottom. So there are 6 sides for this cube. So that means any of these drawings which do not have 6 of these squares, they will not be a net for a cube. So this one, 1 2 3 4 5 has 5 sides, so this one cannot form a net of a cube. So let's start with the first one, and let's see if this can be a net of a cube. So if I take this as my floor, so let me redraw here. So this is my floor of the cube, and then I have this left side. if I fold it upwards, it can form this left face of the cube. And then I have this side on the top, which will be here. If I fold it upwards, this can form the back side of my cube like this. So this is used up. This is towards the front like this. I can fold it upwards to form the front of the cube. So this will form the front side of my cube. This is used up as well. And then I have two that are attached like this on the right side. So if I fold this up, this can form the right side, and then on top of it, this one can form the roof of my cube. So let me show you what I mean. So this will become my right side, and then I have this one on the top. So I have this right side folded up, and then I have this one on the top that I can close the lid to form the top of this cube. So now I have used up all of these and it formed a cube. So A is a drawing that can be a net of the cube. So A is correct. And then let's move on to B. So you have to use your imagination, or uh, imagine that you're forming a cube from these nets and see if you can form them or not. So let's start with B now. Let's take this one as my floor. So this one would be my floor, and then this left side I can fold up to form my left face of my cube. So this will be the left, this is the bottom. So this left is used, and then there is this one that is connected to the left. So once I fold this up, this one will be, so this I'm drawing this as this one here. Oops. So now I can fold this like this to form the front face of the cube. So let me move this to form the front face. So I've used this one as the left face. This became the front face. But now I also have this one, which is below the floor. So if this was the floor and this is like this. Now this can fold up only to form the front face of the cube. And since I've already formed the front face from this side, this block here, that means this one and this one will overlap. And once you have an overlap like this, that means you cannot form. That means this cannot be a net of the cube. So anytime that two boxes overlap on the same face or the same side of the cube, that means that cannot be a net. So since I've already formed the front face and this also folds up towards the front face of the cube, that means B cannot be a drawing of a net of a cube. So now let's move on to C. Then we can use this as the floor. So let's start with the floor again and see if we can construct our cube using the drawing. And then I have this top square, this one. I can fold it up. So this is top here, top one here, and I can fold it upwards to form the back face of the cube. So once I form the back face, I have this block that is attached to the left here like this. I can fold it like this to form my left side of the cube. So I'll fold this like this, and this will be my left side. So I've used this one up as well. And then on the right side of the floor, I have this block. And then I have this one like this. And then this one like this. So I can now bring this up to form my right side of the cube. So let's do that. So this will become my right side of the cube. So once I fold this up to form the right side, I will have this that will be, this side will be on the top like this, and this side will be towards this side here. So I folded this up and these two came with it, and this went upwards and this one towards the front. Now I can fold this one to the front and fold this one to form the top. So let's do that. So this will become the front of the cube, and then this will become the top when I fold it from the top. So now I've used up all the squares here, and they did form a cube. So this is a correct drawing of a net of a cube. So this C will be correct as well. D, as we saw, it only has 5 squares, so we don't even need to see if it can form a cube since it only has 5. We need 6. So this one has 6, so let's start with this. Let's take this as the floor. Again, we will try to see if we can form a cube from all the faces given. So this becomes my floor, and then I have 1 and 2 on the left side, so I can fold this one up to form my left face of the cube. So this will be my left face, and then this one will be, once I fold on this edge here, this will be this one will be here at the top, and then I can fold this top one down to form the top of the cube. So let's do that. This will be my top side of the cube. So I've used this one as well. And then if you look at the floor again, I have one on the back, so which is somewhat like this on the floor. And then I have 2 on the right side. So this is 1 and this is 2. Now I can fold this one like this to form the back side, this back side of the cube. So let's do that. So I'll form the back side of the cube, and once I fold this to form the back side, I will have two faces like this, these two, and then I can fold this one to form the right side. So let's do that. So once I fold on this edge here, this will become my right side, and then I have one more. So I've used this one to form this right side, and then I have this last one. Once I fold on this edge, this one is here, and then I can fold it like this to form my front side of the cube. So once I do that, I get the full cube. So this was done before. This is the front. So this also forms all 6 sides of the cube. So this is also a drawing of a net of a cube. So E is also correct. You don't have to actually draw this. If you can visualize this in your mind quickly, that's fine as well. I'm just drawing this so that if someone needs help, it will be easier for them to visualize seeing these drawings. So let's start with F now. Actually, let me draw the floor. Let's use this tile as the floor. So this is my floor. And then towards this side, I have a 1, 2, 3. So if I fold on this edge, this side, this will become my left face of the cube. So this will come here. So this is used up. And then I have these two. This will be on the top. This one will be on the top like this. And this will be towards the front like this. So I can fold this like this to become the front edge, front face, and this can become the top face of the cube. So let me update here. So this will become the front face, this one, and then this will become the top. So now I have these two left, which are towards the right side of this floor. So if I haven't folded them yet, these will be like this. These two. This one will be this one, and this one will be this one. Now if I fold on this edge, which is this one, this will become my right side face of the cube. So let's do that. So this becomes my right side face, this one, and this one will move to this location. Something like this. Now I can only fold it like this to become the front face, but I already have the front face and my back face is still missing. So none of these became the back face, and instead this one here started to overlap with this one for the front face of the cube if I fold it like this. So that means F cannot be the drawing of a net of the cube. So the only correct drawings for the net are drawing A, C, and E. Question number 13 is, in the diagram, OC and OA each make an angle of 70 degrees with the north line. AOB is X degrees, BOC is Y degrees. Part A is you're given X ratio Y is equals to 3 ratio 7. Find the value of X. So you're given this X ratio Y is 3 ratio 7. So I can write it down as a fraction, which is X over Y will be equal to 3 over 7. Since I have to find the value of X, I can write Y in terms of X as well. So I can cross multiply. I will get 7X equals to 3Y, and then Y will be equals to 7 by 3, 7X by 3. So now, since this is a full circle, the sum of all these angles should be 360 degrees. So 70 plus 70 plus X plus Y. Y is 7X over 3. 7X over 3 should equal 360 degrees. So now we can solve and find the value of X. This will be 140. And here the LCM will be 3. This will become 3X plus 7X equals to 360, and this I'll bring 140 to this side. This will be 10x over 3 equals to 360 minus 140 will be 220, and x will be equals to 220. This 3 will be multiplied, and this 10, when I take it to the other side, it will go in the denominator. This 0 and 0 cancel out. 22 times 3 will be 66. So the value of x here is 66 degrees. Part B is find the bearing of C from O. So bearing of C from O, O is this point, your north line is this. So bearing of C from O will be this angle here. So it will be 70 plus X plus Y. So this bearing will be equals to 70 plus X plus Y. So this will be 70 plus X plus Y, and then 70 plus X is 66, and Y is 7X over 3. So 7 into 66 over 3. So I can cancel this out. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 twos are 6. So 70 plus 66 is 136, and then plus 7 times 7 multiplied by 22 will be 7 twos are 14, and then 154. So 136 plus 154 will be 10, 1 carry 9, 290 degrees. So bearing of C from O is 290 degrees. The next part is find the bearing of O from A. So bearing of O from A. So let me draw a north line for A here. So this is the line that represents the north. Now the bearing of O from A would be this angle here. And I can easily say that this angle is 180 degrees, because this is a straight line which represents the north. So this line, this angle is 180 degree up till this point. And if I can calculate this angle, I can add 180 to get the bearing. So if you look at these two lines that represent the north of O and this line representing the north of A, both will be parallel, and this angle, which is 70 degree, is the same as this angle. This will be also 70 degrees, because these are alternate angles for these two parallel lines, and we know that alternate angles are equal. So this is 70, and this is the line OA which is passing through these two parallel lines. So this is 70, this is also 70, because both are alternate angles. So now I can easily find the bearing, which is 180 plus 70. So this will be 180 plus 70, which is equals to 250 degrees. So your bearing here is 250. Question number 14 is, in the Venn diagram, shade the subset P union Q intersection R complement. So let's first find out P union Q. So let me draw the boundary. So P union Q will be everything inside P or Q. So this blue boundary represents P union Q, which is everything inside P or everything inside Q. And then let me draw the boundary for R complement as well. So this is R. The green line represents the set R, and everything outside of this green boundary is R complement. Now we have to find the intersection of everything that is inside blue but outside of green, because we have R complement. So everything inside of blue but outside of green is this region that I'm shading in red. So this is everything inside of blue, which is P union Q, and everything outside of R, which is R complement. So this red region represents this P union Q intersection with R complement. Part B is in a group of 42 people, 30 people speak Spanish, 20 people speak French. Find the smallest possible number of people who speak both Spanish and French. So if you have a set S that represents people who speak Spanish, and then let's say you have a set F which represents people that speak French. So the smallest possible number could be would be ideally would be zero, because if you have there's no intersection, then your number of people who speak both Spanish and French would be zero. But you have to see if zero is possible or not. You have 30 people who speak Spanish, 20 people speak French. But if there's no intersection, if you add them, 30 plus 20 gives you 50, but you're told that the total number of people is 42. So zero is not possible. That means there is some intersection between the two. So I'm redrawing the two sets. You have S for Spanish, F for French, and then let's say intersection, you have X number of people here. Then the number of people who speak only Spanish will be 30 minus X here, and number of people who only speak French would be 20 minus X here. Now we can solve for X because we know that total number of people are 42. So this will be 30 minus X plus X plus 20 minus X should equal 42. So this X and X cancel out. This becomes 50 minus X equals to 42. And this will give you X equals to 8. So the smallest possible number of people who speak both Spanish and French is 8. Part 2 is find the largest possible number of people who speak neither Spanish nor French. So if you have this universal set here, and then your bigger set is the bigger set is the set of people who speak Spanish. So you have, let's say, S, which has 30 people, and then you have French, the 20 people who speak French. So the largest number of people who speak neither Spanish or nor French would be outside of both Spanish and French, and you can maximize the number outside if one set is a subset of the other. So if French is like this, then you have the maximum number of people outside. So you have 10 people here and 20 people here. Why? Because 20 people speak French and total of 30 people speak Spanish. So there are only 10 people who speak only Spanish and 30 who speak both Spanish and French, and 20 who speak only sorry 20 who speak French. All of them will speak Spanish as well. So now you have, let's call this number y outside. So now you have 10 plus this 20 plus this y should equal again to 42 people. So this will be y equals to 42 minus 30, which is 12, which is 12 here. So that's how you would maximize the number of people outside both sets, if that is when one set will be a subset of the other. If you have an intersection like this, or if you have totally separate sets, then the number of people outside would be not the maximum possible value. To find the maximum possible value, you will have to consider the case where the smaller set is a subset of the larger one. Question number 15 is using compass and a straight edge only, construct the bisector of angle ABC. So ABC, so you have to draw the angle bisector for this angle. So let me use my compass here. So I'll place my compass at the center B and then use any arbitrary length of compass and draw an arc from one edge, which is BC, to the other edge AB, which form the angle ABC. So I'll draw an arc like this, and then without changing the length of the compass, I'll place it at this intersection point where the arc intersects the line BC. I'll draw another arc here, and then similarly I'll place it at the other intersection of the arc and the line AB, and again draw another arc like this. And then I can join my center B. If I draw a line through B which passes through this point where the two arcs intersect, that will be my angle bisector of angle ABC. So let me draw a straight line through B and like this. So this will be my uh, angle bisector. The next part is, on the diagram, draw the locus of points inside triangle ABC that are 3 centimeter from AC. So inside triangle ABC and that are 3 centimeter from AC. So points that are 3 centimeter from AC can be on this side, but that those will be outside of the triangle. So we have to draw points that are 3 centimeter above this line AC. So for this, I'll use my set square. I'll make sure that this is parallel with my line AC like this. So now it's parallel. Now I can mark 2 points. So I'll place my 0 on this line AC, and I'll mark point that is 3 centimeter away, and then I'll do it similarly on the other side as well. So again, place it at 0. Make sure your set square is parallel to the line, and then again at 3 centimeter I'll put a mark here. And now if I join these 2 points through a straight line, that will be the locus of points that are 3 centimeter from AC. So let me draw a straight line, but since we only have to draw it inside the triangle, so I'll not start from here. In fact, I'll start from here, draw a straight line up till only this point, and then I won't continue any further. So this will be the locus of points that are 3 centimeter from AC and are inside this triangle ABC. Question number 16 is, in the diagram OABC is a parallelogram. So this is a parallelogram. That means this line is parallel to this line, and line OA is parallel to line CB. The equation of the line CB is y equals to x plus 2. So this line is y equals to x plus 2. Part A is, the region inside the parallelogram is defined by 4 inequalities. One of these is y is less than x plus 2. So the region is below this line. So this inequality becomes y is less than x plus 2. Write down the other 3 inequalities. So this equation, the line equation of line AB would be x equals to 4, since this is a vertical line passing through x equals to 4. So this is x equals to 4, and this line OC will be x equals to 0. So the other inequality, since the inside of the parallelogram is towards the left side of line AB, so this would be x is less than 4. And then the inside of the parallelogram is towards the right side of this line OC, so this will be x is greater than 0. And now we have to find the equation of the line OA. So since this is parallel to CB, the gradient of the two would be same. So the gradient from this equation of line CB, the gradient is 1. If I look at this form of equation, y equals to mx plus c. So m here is 1, the coefficient of x. So gradient of line OA, let's call it m, uh, of OA will be 1, and the y-intercept of OA is 0 because it is passing through the origin. So if I write the equation y equals to mx plus c, and then if I substitute the values, so I'll get the equation of line OA. I will have y equals to m is 1, so this will become x plus c. The y-intercept is 0, so x plus 0, which gives me y equals to x. So the equation of this line is y equals to x, and since the inside of the parallelogram is above this line, so my third inequality will be y is greater than x. Part B is calculate the area of parallelogram OABC. So if you have a parallelogram like this, the area is given by this length, let's call it L, multiplied by the perpendicular height. So this height H, not this slanting height, but the perpendicular height H. So if we look at this parallelogram OABC, uh, we can see that this perpendicular height here is 4. This point is 4. This is origin. So this height is perpendicular height is 4. And if I can find the length of this side AB or this side OC, I can multiply it by 4, which is the perpendicular height of the parallelogram, to get the area. So let's look at OC. We know that the equation of this line CB is y equals to x plus 2. So this is 2 is the y-intercept. So that means the y value here, or the coordinates of C, are 0 is the x coordinate and the y coordinate is 2. And this is the origin. So this length here will be 2 multiplied by this perpendicular height of the parallelogram, which is 4. So your area here will be 2 times 4, which is 8 unit square. So 8 unit square will be your area. Question number 17 is, in the diagram, AC is the diameter of the circle with center O. The tangents from T touch the circle at B and C, and this angle BCT is 62 degree. Find X. So X is this angle, and since AC is the diameter, that means OC is the radius of the circle, and this full angle here will be 90 degrees because this is an angle between the radius and the tangent, and we know that this angle is 90 degrees. So x plus 62 will equal 90. So x will be 90 minus 62, which is 28 degrees. So your value of x is 28. The next part is find y. So y is this angle here, and if we look at, let me just erase this. If we look at the triangle TCB, it will be an isosceles triangle because these two tangents will be equal in length since they meet at the same point outside the circle. So this length is equals to this length. So this is an isosceles triangle, which means if this angle here is 62, then this angle here is 62 degree as well. So now we can add all three angles. Y plus 62 plus 62 should give you 180. So y will be 180 minus 124, which will give you y equals to 56 degrees. So y here will be 56. Question number 18 is, some numbers are arranged in rows. Each row contains one more number than the previous row. The numbers in each row are two more than the numbers in the previous row. Complete row 5. So the number in row 5 will be 2 more than the number in row 4. So this is 9. 9 plus 2 will be 11. And the number of 11s here will be also be one more, than the previous row. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nines. So you have 6 11s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So this is how you will complete row 5. Part B is, write down an expression in terms of n for each number in row n. So let's start with row 1. So you have row 1, you have 3 as your number. I'm not talking about the number of numbers, but just the number itself. So you have 3 here, then you have 5. So row 2, you have 3 plus 2, which is equals to 5. And then row 3, you have 3 plus 2 plus 2, which is 3 plus 2 times 2, which is 7. And let me actually continue over here. Row 4 has 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 3 into 3 times 2, which is 9. So now if you continue up to row n, you will have 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus and so on. So how many 2's will be there? That's the question. If you look at the first row, you have 0 2's. If you look at the second row, you have 1 2. Third row has 2 2's. Fourth row has 3 2's. So the number of 2's is 1 less than the row number. So Rn will be 3 plus 2 into n minus 1. So there will be n minus 1 2's. Because row number is n, so you will have n minus 1 2's. So let's open this bracket. 3 plus 2n minus 2. So this will give you 2n. 3 minus 2 will be plus 1. So this will be 2n plus 1. So your nth row, the number will be 2n plus 1. You can check it as well. So if you have row 4, you substitute 4 here. 4 2's are 8. 8 plus 1, 9. So you have 9 here. Part C is write down an expression in terms of n for the number of numbers in row n. So you can follow a similar pattern. You can use the same procedure here. So you have row 1. How many numbers you have? You have 2 numbers, 2 threes. Row 2, how many numbers you have? 2 plus 1, which is equals to 3. Row 3, how many numbers you have? 2 plus 1 and then plus 1, one more than the previous row. This is 4. So you can straight away see the number of numbers is 1 more than the row number. So you have row 1, you have 2 numbers. You have row 2, you have 3 numbers. You have row 3, you have 4 numbers. And so on. Row n, you will have how many? N plus 1 numbers. So each row, the number of numbers is 1 more than the row number itself. So fifth row has 6 11s, 6 numbers. So nth row will have n plus 1 numbers. Part D is write down an expression in terms of n for the sum of the numbers in row n. So the sum is, for example, in row 1 you have sum is 3 plus 3, 6, or 3 times 2 equals to 6. Row 2 you have 3 5s. So 5 times 3 equals to 15 is the sum. You have 4 7s here. So 7 multiplied by 4 equals to 28. So what you're doing is you're taking the number and then multiply it by the number of times it occurs in that row. So for row n, what is the number in row n? You have calculated it in part B. The number will be 2n plus 1. And how many times will it appear in row n? It will appear n plus 1 times that you calculated in part C. So the sum will be the number, which is this part, and how many times it appears, you multiply it by the count. So for example, in row 5 you have 6 11, so you multiply 11 by 6. So similarly for row n, you will multiply the number, which is 2n plus 1, with the number of times it appears, which is n plus 1. So this product will give you the sum of all the numbers in row n. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 19 is the times t minutes taken by some people to travel to work are shown in the table. So you have frequency and time in minutes. So you have 16 people who took between 10 and 20 minutes to travel to work. There were 15 people who took between 20 and 25 minutes, and so on. On the grid, draw a histogram to represent this data. So on x-axis you have time in minutes, and on y-axis you have frequency density. So we know that frequency density is the frequency divided by class width. So I will add another row here for frequency density. So here my frequency is 16 and my class width is 20 minus 10, which is 10. So 16 divided by 10, my frequency density here is 1.6. This will be 15 divided by 5. The class width here is 5, so this will be 3. Here it will be 10 divided by 5, which is 2. This will be 12 divided by 20. So 12 divided by 20, I'll add a decimal and then a 0. So 20 times 6 is 120 and the remainder is 0. So this will be 0.6. So now you have all the frequency densities that you need to draw the histogram. So your first value is 1.6 for class interval 10 to 20. So 10 to 20 and 1.5 is this. So 1.6 will be this one. So I'll draw a line here between 10 and 20. Next value is 3. So 3 is this on the top, and your interval is 20 to 25. So 25 is the middle value here. So let me draw this. Next one is value is 2 and the interval is 25 to 30. So 2 and 25 till 30. And then the last one is 0.6 from 30 to 50. So this is 0.5 and this is 0.6 up till 50. So that's how you will draw your histogram. Question number 20 is triangle A and triangle B are drawn on the grid. Complete the description of the transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. So you're given that this is an enlargement. So you need to find the center of enlargement and the scale factor. So to first find the center of enlargement, I will join the corresponding points between corresponding vertices of triangle A and triangle B. So if I take this vertex, the corresponding vertex in triangle B is this one. So let me join them through a straight line like this. And then I can take this vertex and the corresponding vertex is this one. So I will join these two as well with a straight line. And they intersect at this point, which is 4 and 2. So this will be my center of enlargement, and my scale factor will be, I can take any side of triangle A and then the corresponding side of triangle B. So your scale factor is the length in the image divided by length in the original object. So the length of this side in the image, which is triangle B, after the transformation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. So 6 divided by 1, 2. So your scale factor is 3. So now you can write that this is an enlargement with center 4, 2 and scale factor 3. Part B is triangle A is mapped onto triangle C by a reflection in the line y equals to minus x. On the grid, draw and label triangle C. So first I need to draw this line y equals to minus x. So let's do that. I can quickly take a few points. So you have y equals to minus x. So you have x and y coordinates. If x is 0, y will be 0. If x is 2, y will be minus 2. And if x is minus 2, y will be positive 2. So you have this point here 0, 0, 2 and minus 2, and then minus 2 and 2. So I can draw my line. So this will be my line y equals to minus x. Now I need to reflect this triangle A along this line y equals to minus x to get my triangle C. So let's do that. For that, I'll use my set square. So you have to measure the perpendicular distance of each of these three vertices from this line. So you make sure that your set square is aligned with your line of reflection. It's parallel like this. Okay, now it looks good. So now I will measure my perpendicular distance of this vertex here to this line y equals to minus x. So let's do that. I'll place my 0 here. So this is almost 3.6. So let me actually draw this line as well. So this is 3.6. So that means I have to go another 3.6 centimeters on the other side for the to get the image of this vertex. So again, you need to make sure you don't you keep your set square parallel, so you are calculating the perpendicular distance. So if I calculate, put 3.6 here, I end up at this point, which is -3 and -1. So let me continue this line and end up here. Oops. So this is kind of a straight line. I just messed it up a little bit here. So this vertex after reflection will be mapped here when it's reflected along y equals to -x. Now you'll do similar. You'll follow the same method for the other three vertices as well. So let's measure the perpendicular distance of this vertex. So this is around 2.5. So I'll place 2.5 here. So I end up on this vertex, on this point here. So if I draw a straight line, so this is 90 degrees between this red line and the green line, which is along which I'm doing the reflection. So this was about 2.5 centimeter, and then you go the same distance on the other side, 2.5. And then let's do it for the last vertex here. So if I align my set square, so this line will pass through origin, and my distance is about 5.3 to 5.4. So if I go 5.4 on the other side, so I'm placing my 5.4 here, so my 0 is almost at this point. So if I join them with a straight line like this, so my this distance is equal to this distance, and this angle is 90 degrees as well. Let me clear those. So now my three vertices are these. I can join them to get my triangle C. So this will be my triangle C with vertices at -2, -1, -3, -1, and then -3 and -3. So that's how you will perform this reflection to get triangle C. Question 21 is the line L is perpendicular to the line y equals to -1 by 2x plus 3. Line L passes through the point 8, 9. Find the equation of line L. So you're given that this line and line L are perpendicular, and we know that when two lines are perpendicular, the product of their gradients is -1. So let's call gradient of line L, let's call it ML. And let's call the gradient for this line y equals to -1 by 2x plus 3. Let's call the gradient, let's call it M2. And we know that M2 is equals to -1 by 2, because you know that if you're given this equation y equals to mx plus c, your m gradient is the coefficient of x, which is -1 by 2, and your c here is the y-intercept. So your gradient for this line is -1 by 2. So this is 2 -1 over 2 is your gradient. So now, since we know that these two lines are perpendicular, if I multiply ml, gradient of line L, multiplied by m2, which is the gradient of this line, the product should equal -1. And we know that m2 is -1 by 2, so ml multiplied by -1 by 2 equals to -1. And this will give me the gradient ml equals to, if I take this 2 to the other side, this minus and minus will cancel out, and I will get the gradient 2. So now you know the gradient of line L, and you know that it passes through this point 8, 9. So you can use the formula for the equation which is y minus y1 equals to gradient into x minus x1. So y1 is your coordinate, this is 9, y minus 9 equals to gradient is 2, x minus x1 is this coordinate 8. So y minus 9 equals to 2x minus 16. So y equals to 2x. So if I take this 9 here, it will be positive. So minus 16 plus 9 will give me minus 7. So your answer will be y equals to 2x minus 7. Question number 22 is you're given two matrices A and B. First part is find AB. So you have to multiply the two matrices AB. So AB will be equals to 1, 2, minus 4, 3. So this is A, and then multiplied by B, which is 0, 2, 2, minus 3. So now let's do the multiplication. So now you have a 2 by 2 matrix, which is also multiplied by a 2 by 2 matrix. So columns of the second are the same as the row, sorry, columns of the first matrix are the same as the number of rows in the second matrix. So they cancel out, so you're left with 2 by 2. So your answer, the product of these two will be a 2 by 2 matrix. So let's do the multiplication. You will multiply your first row with first column to get the value here in first row and first column. So 1 multiplied by 0 plus 2 multiplied by 2. So now first row multiplied by second column will give you the value here in the first row and second column. So 1 multiplied by 2 plus 2 multiplied by minus 3. And then second row multiplied by first column, minus 4 times 0 plus 3 times 2. And then second row multiplied by second column, minus 4 multiplied by 2 plus 3 multiplied by minus 3. So this will be 1 times 0 is 0 plus 4. So this will be 4. This will be 2 minus, minus 6. So 2 minus 6 is minus 4. 0 plus 6 is 6. Minus 8. And then 3 minus 3 minus 9. So minus 8 minus 9 will be minus 17. So your answer will be 4, minus 4, 6, and minus 17. Part B is C and C inverse are 2 by 2 matrices. Write down the 2 by 2 matrix which is equivalent to C inverse into B. So you know that whenever you multiply a matrix with its inverse, what do you get? So C multiplied by C inverse will be the identity matrix, which is represented by I here. And you know that the value of the identity matrix is 1, 0, 0, 1. So if you're doing C inverse into B, so C inverse will be this value, 1, 0, 0, 1, and it will be multiplied by the matrix B, which is 0, 2, 2, minus 3. So let me bring it down, 0, 2, 2, minus 3. And since this is an identity matrix, you also know that whenever you multiply a matrix with an identity matrix, you get the same matrix back. It's similar to how if you multiply any number, let's say 6, if you multiply it by 1, you get the same number back. 7 times 1, same 7 back. So any matrix multiplied by the identity matrix will be the same matrix itself. You don't even need to do the multiplication. But if you want, you can do that and you'll see that you'll get this matrix again. So 0, 2, 2, minus 3. So you'll have the same matrix, which is B. 0, 2, 2, minus 3. Question number 23 is the diagram is the speed time graph representing part of a train's journey. The train moves at a constant speed of 20 meters per second for 40 seconds. It then slows down uniformly for a further 60 seconds until it stops. Part A is find the deceleration between t equals to 40 and t equals to 100. So you know that deceleration is given by the gradient of the speed time graph. So gradient is what? Change in speed divided by time taken. So change in speed, or you can also call it fall over run. Change in speed divided by time taken. So how much did the speed changed? It went from 20 to 0. So change in speed is 20. How much time did it take? So this time interval is 100 minus 40, which is 60. So this will be 0, 0 cancel out. So this will be 1 by 3 meter per second square. This will be your deceleration between t equals to 40 and t equals to 100. Part B is find the value of t when the speed is 10 meters per second. So up till this point, your speed is 20. It starts to decrease, so 10 will be somewhere here. And then you have to find the value of t here, at which point your speed is 10. So since this is a straight line, we can calculate the gradient using any 2 points on this straight line. It will be the same value that we calculated in the first part, which is the deceleration, which is the gradient of this line here. So let's use this point here and this point here to calculate the gradient of this line. So you know that the gradient is 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 gradient is given by, again, fall over run. So you're falling from 20 till 10. So what is the change in speed? 20 minus 10, which is 10. Change in speed again. And how much time is taken? So this is t, this is 40. So this is now, this is your interval. Like in the previous part, this was your interval. You did 100 minus 40. So to calculate this interval here, how much time is taken? You will do t minus 40 will give you this interval. So this will be t minus 40. So this will be your gradient, which is the deceleration. So I will cross multiply. I will get t minus 40 equals to 30. And this will give me t equals to 70. So the value of t is 70. Part C is find the average speed during the 100 seconds. So average speed will equal to total distance divided by total time. This is your average speed. So what is the total distance? Let's first calculate that. So if I look at the speed time graph, I know that the area under the graph is my distance. And if I look at this shape, this is a trapezium, and the area of trapezium is given by 1 by 2 into height into sum of parallel sides. Let's call them S1 and S2. So this is my perpendicular height of my trapezium, which is 20. This side here is how much? 40. And this side of the trapezium is 100. So now I can calculate the area of the trapezium, which is the distance. So this will be 1 by 2 into the height, which is 20, into sum of parallel sides, which is 40 plus 100. So 2 ones are 2, 2 tens are 20. This will be 140 multiplied by 10. 1400 meters is my total distance. So total distance is 1400 and the total time taken is 100 seconds. So this will be 14 meter per second is my average speed. Question number 24, part A, express 99 as the product of prime factors. So let's factorize 99. It's divisible by 3, which is a prime number. So 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9. It's again divisible by 3. 3 11s are 33. 11 is a prime number, so 11 times 1. So 99 can be written as 3 into 3 into 11, which is 3 squared multiplied by 11. So 3 squared multiplied by 11. Part B is expressed as the product of prime factors. P is given and Q is also given, where n is a positive integer. Part 1 is the lowest common multiple or LCM of P and Q is this. Express R as the product of prime factors. So let's first calculate what is the LCM of P and Q. LCM of P and Q. So once you're given two numbers as a product of their prime factors, it's pretty easy to find the LCM. You look at each number, and if it's common between the two, you take the greater of the two powers. So if this is 2 power n plus 2 and this is 2 power n. So what is the larger power? This is the larger power, right? So you'll take this. So LCM of P and Q will be 2 power n plus 2 and then multiply by, let's move on to the next number, which is 3. So 3 power n and 3 power n plus 1. So this 3 power n plus 1 is bigger compared to 3 power n. So I will take 3 power n plus 1 multiplied by, this is 5 power 1 here and this is 5 power 2. So 5 power 2 is obviously the bigger power. So I will take 5 power 2. So now this is my LCM of P and Q. And you're also given the LCM of P and Q is this. So let me write this. LCM 2 power n plus 2 multiplied by 3 power n plus 1 multiplied by 5 square. This is the LCM that you calculated and the LCM given in the question. So these two should be equal. So this is 2 power n multiplied by 3 power n multiplied by r. And now from this you can easily find the value of r. So if I take this 2 power n to the other side, 2 power n will be cancelled and I will be left with 2 squared. If I take this 3 power n, these powers will be subtracted. So n plus 1 minus n, I will be left with 3 power 1 and then multiplied by 5 square, which is r. So now your value of r, you already have it in terms of the product of its prime factor. So r is 2 square multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 square. The next part is express P plus Q as the product of prime factors. So P plus Q will equal 2 power n plus 2 multiplied by 3 power n multiplied by 5, and then plus Q will be 2 power n multiplied by 3 power n plus 1 multiplied by 5 square. So now we can take the common between the two values here. So I have here 2 power n plus 2 and here 2 power n. So I will have 2 power n as common multiplied by 3 power n and 3 power n plus 1. So I have 3 power n as common and here I have 5 and 5 squared. So I have common value of 5 power 1. So now the remaining value here will be, if I've taken 2 power n outside, I'm left with 2 squared. I've taken 3 power n outside, so I'm just left with 1 here. I've taken 5 outside, again 1 here. And then plus, I've taken 2 power n, so this will be 1 multiplied by, I've taken 3 power n, so I'm left with 3 power 1 here. I've taken 5, so 5 square, I will be left with 5 here. So 2 power n multiplied by 3 power n multiplied by 5. So this will be 2 square 4, 4 times 1 and then 4 times 1. So I have 4 plus 5 threes are 15. So this will be 19. So this will be 2 power n into 3 power n multiplied by 5 multiplied by 19. And 19 is a prime factor. So we don't need to factorize this any further. So your answer is already in terms of prime factors, which is 2 power n multiplied by 3 power n multiplied by 5 multiplied by 19. Question number 25 is, in the diagram ABP and ACQ are straight lines. Angle ACB and APQ are equal. Show that triangle ABC is similar to triangle AQP. Give a reason for each statement you make. So we can see that ACB is this triangle and APQ is this bigger triangle. You're already given that these two angles are equal. Then this angle is common between the two triangles. Since two angles are equal, so the third one becomes equal automatically. So you can say that you're already given angle ACB equals to angle APQ. It is given. And then you have angle BAC is equals to angle Q or PAQ, because this is the same angle or common angle in two triangles. And then you can say angle ABC is equal to angle AQP, because this is the third remaining angle in the triangle. So all three angles are equal. So triangles are similar. Part B is you're given AB is 4, AC is 3, AQ is 12. Calculate AP. So since the triangles are similar, that means the ratio of their corresponding sides will be equal. So I need to find AP. What is AP is in this triangle, which is the bigger one, AQP. So what is the corresponding side for AP in the smaller triangle ABC? So if I look at this statement which is given, show that triangle ABC is similar to triangle AQP. So I have AP, first letter and the last letter. So that means the corresponding side is AC. So AP over AC, this ratio will be equal to, so I'm given the length AB, 4 centimeter, which is in the smaller triangle. So AB is this, the corresponding side is AQ in the larger triangle. So since I have the lengths of the larger triangle in the numerator, I need the length of the larger triangle, which is AQ, which are the first two letters of the larger triangle, divided by the corresponding length in the smaller triangle, which is AB. So now let's substitute the values. AP is the one that we need to find. AC is 3, AQ is 12, AB is 4. So this will give me AP equals to 12 threes are 36 over 4, which is 9 centimeter. So your answer for AP is 9. Part C is the area of triangle ABC is x centimeter square. Find an expression in terms of x for the area of quadrilateral BPQC. So BPQC is this quadrilateral and we need to find its area in terms of x. So if I look at this big triangle AQP, if I can find its area and then subtract the area of this smaller triangle, I will get the area of this quadrilateral. Since the two triangles AQP and ABC are similar, I know that if I take the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides, I can calculate the ratio of their areas. So let's say area of triangle AQP. So triangle AQP divided by area of triangle ABC will be equal to, let's see, we can take this ratio here, AQ over AB. AQ is in the larger triangle, so AQ was 12. Let me write it down. AQ over AB, and since this is the area, we need to take the square of this ratio. So AQ is how much? AQ is 12, AB is 4, and you take the square of this. 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12, and 3 square is 9. And we know that area of triangle ABC is x. So let's calculate the area of triangle AQP will be 9. And if I substitute x here, I will take it to the other side. It will be multiplied by this 9. So this will be 9x. So now I have the area of this large triangle AQP. Now I need to subtract this smaller triangle area to get the area of quadrilateral. So area of quadrilateral BQPC will be area of larger triangle 9x minus area of smaller triangle ABC, which is x. So this will be 8x centimeter square. So this is your final answer. So this is the end of paper 1, variant 1 for October-November 2020.